What if the real monster wasn't the killer, but the system protecting him? The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo isn't just a crime thriller. It's a dark exploration of corruption, power, abuse, and revenge hidden beneath modern society. And today, we're breaking down why this story became one of the most influential crime narratives ever written. The story begins with a mystery. A young woman disappeared decades ago. No answers, no closure, and journalist Mikhail Blomqvist is hired to uncover the truth. But the investigation slowly reveals something far darker, a hidden network of violence, corruption, and abuse. Then there's Lisbeth Salander, a hacker, an outsider, a survivor, one of the most iconic characters in modern fiction. She's brilliant, emotionally scarred, and completely unwilling to obey society's rules. Most protagonists seek acceptance. Lisbeth rejects the world entirely. Her trauma shaped her into someone both vulnerable and dangerous. And that contradiction makes her unforgettable. She represents resistance against systems designed to control people. Mikhail represents another side of the story. Journalism, truth, justice. He fights corruption through investigation rather than violence. And together, Mikhail and Lisbeth create one of crime fiction's most powerful partnerships. The crimes in this story aren't random. They expose deeper societal problems: misogyny, corporate corruption, abuse of power. The mystery becomes a lens into systemic violence hiding beneath civilized society. Power is everywhere in this story. Financial power, political power, physical power, and the novel constantly asks, what happens when powerful people believe they're untouchable? The wealthy Vanger family represents hidden corruption. Behind luxury and reputation lies brutality and darkness. The story exposes how power can hide crimes for generations, and how institutions often protect abusers instead of victims. One of the biggest themes is revenge. Lisbeth doesn't believe the system will save her, so she takes justice into her own hands. And the story forces readers to ask, when justice fails, is revenge justified? Because the violence feels realistic, not exaggerated, not fictionalized. The horror comes from recognizing how believable it all feels. That realism creates emotional impact. Lisbeth is driven by trauma, survival, and control. Her hacking skills become power. Her intelligence becomes protection, and her emotional distance becomes armor against a world that repeatedly betrayed her. Almost every major character feels isolated, emotionally disconnected, distrustful, alone. This emotional isolation amplifies the darkness of the story and reflects the damage caused by abuse and corruption. Because it combined a gripping mystery, social criticism, psychological depth, and unforgettable characters, it wasn't just entertaining, it felt important. If you want to write stories like this, create layered mysteries. Use flawed but compelling characters. Build tension through secrets. Tie personal trauma to larger themes. Use crime to expose societal problems. This is storytelling with emotional and political weight. At its core, the story isn't just about solving a murder. It's about exposing the systems that allow violence to continue. And that message still resonates today. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo remains powerful because it forces readers to confront uncomfortable truths. About power, about corruption, and about justice in a world where the system often fails the vulnerable. If you want more deep storytelling and crime fiction breakdowns like this, subscribe, because the greatest thrillers don't just entertain you, they expose the darkness hiding beneath society itself.